because I thought to myself, he's just confused. So he's still.
You lost one of your stripes today.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just joking.
It's okay. And it's okay. And it's okay for me to share this because that way, if I can get one person out there to listen to this ignorance that I felt I was, and avoid for some child to feel this way, that's okay. That's okay. You can look at me and criticize me all you want. It's okay.
But you are an amazing mother now. And I think like you're such an ally. And every time we like educate you on certain things, you're very open-minded and you're very willing to learn.
I do. I'm okay
yeah,
when I do. When you prep, I don't say nothing. I'm all like, you could take longer in the bathroom. It's okay.
You could run my water bill. It's okay.
It's okay. No.
Hello, gays, theys, and those about to send their kids to conversion therapy. You're listening to the 24th episode of Dijo, the unapologetically queer Latino podcast with cultural convos, cocktails, and a whole lot of pendejadas. I am your host, Erick. My mother-in-law, Celia, is back in the studio. She has been on Que Dijo before and is a huge ally of the LGBTQ plus community. But it wasn't always that way. Miss Celia has made some mistakes in her past and struggled to accept her son when he came out. On this week's episode, we're exploring Celia's journey from "you're gonna burn in hell" to "yes, God, mama." So stay tuned. Welcome back to my glittery hole, you bitches.
I missed your hole.
Well, do you see the little particles of glitter that I leave along the way for you to see?
I can't believe that those are you.
So today I am here with my mother-in-law, Miss Gay America, who has been on each and every episode. And she has been begging to come on this season. She has sent me emails. She has made me brownies. She has even tried to give me her dog, which I don't want. Just kidding.
Such a liar. Your guests have been texting me and emailing me to say, you know what, he needs some help over there.
Wow. That gay freak needs some help. Yeah, so it's been a couple months since you've been on the episode. Are you nervous?
Not really, because after the fourth beer, it was okay. I'm okay now.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm okay. Are you okay?
Officially loose now.
That's what he said.
So I wanted to talk about something very, very important, and I'm going to put you on the spot.
I'm not talking about when I fell, Eric. Just kidding.
I am going to talk about that. I don't know if you want to tell a story or you want me to tell a story.
Well, me being Miss Gay America, where did I want to go on my birthday?
She said, I want to make sure that they know that I'm the biggest fag hag in the world. So we went to WeHo for her birthday, and it was really fun. And I would say towards the end of the night, sadly, I missed it. I was pretty depressed.
Where were you? Go getting a drink, probably?
I was in the bathroom with my IBS issues.
Oh.
And unfortunately, when I came out, you already came out from the floor and you fell. Do you want to tell us how you
I don't know how I felt. I mean,
oh.
I wish there was a good story. But I do remember the lady falling and me making fun of her. She was out on the street in Hollywood, in West Hollywood, and I was making fun of her. And then shortly after, I was just standing there. Thank goodness I didn't have a drink in my hand.
Yeah.
But my knee just kind of popped, and I fell, and I'm just in front of my son, truly right there, and in front of my sister, one of my sisters, and my niece, and I just fell.
And you landed on your arm, no?
I think it just didn't want to hit my face, God forbid.
Oh, no.
Check her out.
Honey, your face is every time.
She party. And I just didn't want to hurt myself. And so I fell down. And I thought I was fine. I felt sore. I went to sleep and everything. And I drove home and everything the next day. But unfortunately, I hurt myself. So
it was like officially like what, like 2-3 days after that you really felt it?
No, I felt it right away, but I thought it was sore. And you know me being Latina, we put up with all kinds of fucking pain.
Shit, I'm okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I still go to work. But long story short, I have to have I don't like to say surgery, but procedure done to fix. I had a torn ligament and will be having surgery.
Yeah, because we need you with both arms. And, your man needs you too,
He said, you got a left hand, bitch. Don't think you're going to get out of those obligaciones.
That's a really big obligation.
It is.
It's a really hard job. So I don't know. I was kind of curious, since you're kind of like T-Rex now, and you're right in time for Pride.
I am.
So, I wanted to ask you, how are you gonna have sex now? Like, are you gonna be on your side?
It hasn't stopped me the last month and a half. I'm gonna tell you that. It's fine. You find a way. When there's a will, there's a way.
Oh my God, are you gonna be like?
It's okay. You figure it out. Figure it out.
Okay, guys, I'm not making fun of her of the type of doing this that she broke her arm, but this is our little.
It's my arm, not my ass or my whole shit.
Or like when you're like horny, you're on the bed with face down, ass up, you go like this.
Erick, you figure it out.
I'm just kidding.
I would have think you figured that one out already.
Yeah, I did. I kind of want to break my arm just to see how I can make it work. It's all jokes though. Also, too, you said that you like going to WeHo because the environment.
Oh yeah, well, I love going. I love going for the environment. I don't feel that. I mean, you can let loose. I'm over the age. I'm over the age, and I just feel so welcomed in a community that everyone's everybody accepts each other, and it's so beautiful. I just love the community.
Yeah, it's really fun. And you know what's weird is that a lot of gay people they shame that. Like WeHo, they're like, oh my God, there's so much judgmental gays, and it's like, girl, just do your own thing. Nobody's looking at you.
Oh God, I think I've been there 2 years in a row, and I've turned 60 twice there. Yeah. And it's amazing. I just have a great time. I can be myself. I lose myself, and it's funny because I feel young, and then I'm on the dance floor, and then I'm like, oh my God, that's me. Yeah. I look older. I know that, but nobody judges, and everybody's having a great time.
Yeah. Today, we're going to be talking about your journey with Raul coming out. Go. She's like, I'm here now.
I have a flag. I don't have anything shiny other than my shiny blouse here.
So from the beginning, how was it raising two kids?
Raising two children?
Yeah.
Like from the beginning.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go all the way from the bottom.
Erick, they didn't come out at the same time.
No, I know. But how was it raising like both kids?
Well, when I had my son, Raul, my life changed completely. I from the instant that I knew I was pregnant, I was just shining. I didn't know what I was gonna have. I didn't want to know ahead of time, what his gender was going to be. But it just it's not like I felt like I didn't have a purpose before, but it felt like this is my purpose. Yeah. Raul was born and he is a beautiful child to me.
Oh my, you don't have to do all that because he's here, okay? I'm just kidding.
No, there was bumps along the road, shit. But no, my life completely, everything that I did, I did, I always thought of them. Before my life, I always felt like everything I did was for me. It was for me. And I didn't give in. And I hate to say it, I didn't even think about what my parents thought. It was different. But when I had my children, I was like, everything I did, I didn't ever want them to be ashamed of me. Yeah. Of the person that I was. And, when I had Raul, he was my life. I stopped working and I was able to be a stay-at-home mom. And he was my life. Yeah. And I did everything. We went to the park. We did different things together. Groups, parent groups when he was little. Then I got pregnant with my daughter 2 years later. And then I cried because I cried because I thought, how am I going to love another child? I love this person so much. How am I going to share my love with somebody else? You know, it's impossible. I felt like I was stealing from him to give to somebody else. But then my daughter was born and I just adored her too. And it just felt, it was just a different kind of a love. And I grew up, there's a lot of shit I've done in my life, but being a parent, I was proud, you know, to be a parent of these 2 children. That it was hard along the way, but I just thought motherhood was beautiful. Yeah, beautiful.
So, what was like your most favorite thing about like being a mom?
I enjoyed going out with them and seeing them smile, and watching them learning how to walk and to speak. And to tell me things. I felt like I always told them that it was okay for them not to agree with me or agree with, you know, their dad or agree with any adult, but to be respectful and to voice their opinion and let them be who they're going to be. That's what I felt. That's what I felt in that I grew up, and I tried to show them that. So as they got older, to see them become these people that were so individual. When I remember my son telling me things that he wanted to do when he was like 5 years old. He wanted to 5 or 6 years old, wanted to do gymnastics, wanted to do different things. My daughter, very quiet. There was homework things, different things that she did. She wanted to read. It was just amazing. I did things with my sister. I moved over here where I'm at now, and I did things with them. It was just, that was my life. You know, later on I had to go back to work and things, but I felt I had a pretty good balance with them.
Were you guys always like a close family?
Yes. I think my children, I think we were very close. They knew pretty much when they were of an age where I think they became my friends. I know you shouldn't have your kids as your friends all the time, but we became a unit. It was just a unit. The three, it's hard to say because I love my husband, but it was like the three of us became a unit together. He's, of course, my husband's here and he's part of it, but the three of us, because he worked nights or because whatever happened in life, it was the three of us for a long time that felt we connected. And as we got older, luckily things change in our lives, and my husband's, we're all together, and the four of us have grown together.
Well, when I started dating Raul, I noticed that you guys were very close and very together, which was very amazing to me because I'm a family person too, regardless of, our situations and stuff. But that's the thing I've noticed, is that a lot of parents with their kids, as they get older, they don't want to be around their parents anymore. And with you guys, it's like, no matter, Raul, 30, Adriana, sorry, I'm giving your age out, Raul. Adriana, I would say like 27. Sorry, Adriana, 27. Like, they're still around you and they want to go out with you and they want to go to the store and do this. And I think that's so amazing, because a lot of kids with their parents they don't do that anymore.
No, I mean, just today, my daughter, she was going to plant something in the backyard. And she's like, come with me. And so I go out there. It was cold. I felt cold, but I put my jacket on and I go out there with her. I'm not going to lie. I'm lucky. I'm very, very lucky. I'm very blessed. I know that already. I have not taken for granted what I have. I know what I have, and I will hold on to it as much as I can, as much as they let me. And if not, fuck that. I'll knock them down. Maybe I'm still fucking gonna be in there.
Bitch, you're still coming back.
I'm bigger. I can sit on their asses. There was some bumps along the way, and we will discuss with both that. Of them. There was bumps along the way with both of them. I'm not gonna lie, and there are things that I'm not proud of, but I'm here. Yes. And I wasn't that fucking bad if they're fucking still here, okay?
Oh, yeah, exactly. They're still here.
They didn't kill me, shit.
Okay, so now shifting to Raul. Did Raul ever show signs of, like, being a queer kid? Like, did you ever see anything that was kind of like out of the ordinary? Not out of the ordinary. That sounds so bad because we're so special. But did you ever notice anything that was like?
Yeah. Raul was very young, probably 5. Where it was. I thought what were characteristics of being gay. And I remember mentioning to my husband, at a very young age, when he was young, I said, what if Raul's gay? Yeah. Oh, you're wrong. It's not. And I'm like, what if he is?
Yeah.
We talked about it, but we just kind of let him go. I felt like I continued to do what he wanted to do, being a young adult, and I hate to say it, but I mean, like the characteristics, like you say, of the musicals and things that he did, and I took him, I went and I did everything. Yeah. I did. I encouraged whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But at the end, I still thought, he wasn't. I thought maybe he was confused. Maybe he wasn't sure. And the
millennials are gonna come after you.
I know.
Fuck you guys. We're having a conversation, bitch.
I know. I'm sorry.
So spill the tea. What? Okay. So musicals, right? He started listening to musicals. Did you catch him watching porn? I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say it was a giveaway when he started. When I caught him, with gay porn, stuff, on the computer was something, and I'm not going to go into protect his privacy stuff.
Yeah.
But there was something that, was straight out, and that was, and I felt bad because I am, surprise, I'm a Catholic. We went to church. I was taking him to confirmation classes and everything, and I thought they were going to beat it out of him. No, but wow. No, I didn't. I didn't really hit me. I knew it.
Yeah.
But until he told me,
yeah,
then it became a reality. I thought in the back of my head, I thought it there. I mean, like, freaking probably, I saw what I thought, very early, but I thought like in probably 5th grade, I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay. And then, by high school, he came out, and unfortunately, I was not welcoming. Unfortunately, my husband and I were not welcoming. We didn't want to. I always thought in the back of my head he was gay.
Yeah.
But I thought I was going to be acceptance. But when he said it, it was just like I did. I've had gay friends. I grew up in LA. I grew up in West Hollywood, in West LA, and I had friends. I went out to party. But I just was afraid that, hey, he's not going to be accepted. Yeah. He was the first one, bless his heart, that came out openly gay on both sides of our families. It hurts me. It hurts me. I knew what this subject was going to be today.
Yeah.
I knew it. So all week I was stressed. All week I thought about it. Raul and I had conversations of things that unfortunately I did, that I didn't accept him. And it's embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
I don't even feel comfortable saying, the things. It's embarrassing to me. I did watch the movie that I felt changed me, and
prayers for Bobby.
Yes, I did prayers to Bobby. That's
shout out to Bobby.
I know. I watched it actually this week again, and that was me. What an idiot I was. What an idiot I was, and I didn't educate myself, both. I think spiritually, and I didn't educate myself.
Yeah.
I did a quick judgment, and it was horrible. And I am just truly, truly blessed that my son has had that opportunity to educate me.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me that he did that. And I'm so blessed that he has taught my life. And I don't know if I'm jumping ahead if you want to ask me
So
anything.
this is the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're done. Okay, so question for you. when he came out to you guys, obviously you talked about how you guys, reacted. Were you ever concerned about how your family was gonna treat your family of four, like with Raul, like coming out? Like, did you ever think like, fuck, they're gonna treat him differently? They're gonna make fun of him? Like, were you ever concerned?
I was concerned because growing up, I had heard on family size that, the word, unfortunately, joto.
Yeah.
No seas maricón. Don't do that. Te ves panicón.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, And so when he told me, and I would see things when he was young, when he was younger, I would see him do things. I'd be like, don't act like that, Raul. Don't do this. Don't do that, Raul. Mm-hmm. But when he finally did come out, that was my fear, that he wasn't going to be accepted. And I just thought, like, I had a conversation with my mom. I was so lost. I didn't know what to do. I was torn. I was just torn because I felt like I was going to lose my child.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what people would say. And I don't want to say I was embarrassed. I was just afraid what people were going to say about him. And I was afraid what people, society how they were going to treat him.
Yeah.
Someone would not get to know what a beautiful human being he is just because because he chooses to, chooses to love a man. Or at that point, like he said, it's not like he chose this.
Yeah.
He's like, Mom, this is not the easy way would be to love him, to be like everybody else.
Yeah, we don't follow society norms. I'm sorry.
No, but like he said, it was like, this isn't something you choose, it's given to you. So God gives you gifts, and if this is a gift for him, this is, how can you turn it away?
Yeah.
God tells you to be who you are and accept who you are. You can read that Bible different ways. No matter how you read it, you can read it however you want.
Yeah.
But at the end, what it says is to love yourself and accept each other for who you are.
Yeah.
And there's no way that God has given us so many beautiful people and think that that they're bad.
Yeah.
It's bad. No, you love yourself and you accept yourself. That's the first thing that we're taught as children. Accept yourself. I taught my son this as a young age. And when he became a teenager and when he told me, what the fuck was I thinking? Telling him that he was wrong.
Can you recall any particular society or cultural influence that could have contributed to your initial ignorance or lack of understanding besides religion? Like what you saw in the news?
I think I grew up in a time where I was a teenager when AIDS was a big thing, and I was afraid that he would get an
STD.
An STD. Yeah. Thank you. It was like they're promiscuous. They're promiscuous. They're the stereotype that has been given in so many movies and in the news and everywhere. Like you said, religion, family members of how it wasn't accepted.
Yeah.
So there I was like an idiot just following. Once I felt that I was when I was ready too, I remember telling my husband, I said, you know what, Raul was already open.
No.
All his cousins knew, but the adults didn't know, which were like my sisters and his sisters and brothers and stuff like that. But once we were ready, or I hate to say we were ready, but once it was out there and we were able to have conversations, and it wasn't a big thing. It wasn't a big thing. I remember talking to both to my mom and telling my mom, I wanted to tell her, and when she said to me, "He's your son."
Oh, wow.
He's your son. Is he any different? No.
Your mom said that.
My mom told me. And if
that is so beautiful.
He's your son and you love him.
And you know what's crazy? My mom told my grandma, and she said, and I'm not going to love him any different. But and when I went to Mexico, she asked about Raul.
Yeah.
¿Cómo está Raul? ¿Cómo está? Like, and the beautiful thing that I really have enjoyed and loved so much with both sides of you guys' family is that they're very accepting. And I've been with partners before, but families never were accepting. But now I feel like you guys are very open.
Yeah, I think we just assumed they were not going to understand, well, we went on vacation. You went with my parents, and they were accepting, and my dad asked about you. He does. But it was funny because when I first told him, my son was gay, he says, oh, I had a friend that passed away actually he unfortunately had committed suicide because he couldn't come out. This was back, in the late 50s, and he couldn't accept himself, so he killed himself. My dad told me this.
Oh shoot!
And so he says he's your son. But it was funny because like probably 3 months later, he says, "Hey, did Raul ever get over that?" I'm like, Dad, he's not gonna get over it. Yeah, I said, no, he's not just gonna get over it. It's not like it's an infection or that kind of hate that's horrible.
Sorry, penis is on our mind every day.
So I said, no, Bob, but Raul, he lived with my parents for a while. Like we go on vacation. We've gone on vacation together. So my parents, they're older but they've come a long way too. Yeah. But it was amazing. We didn't make it a big deal once it was out there to our I'm going to say my cousins, no, excuse me, my in-laws, my sisters. It wasn't a big thing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hey, Raul's gay. Okay, it's cool. Right. But, I think that if it would have been, ay, mi hijo, I'm not going to have any grandchildren. I'm not going to have this. I'm going to have that. Not that I didn't think about that because I thought that before.
My mom did that. She did a whole fucking, just quickly. My mom did a whole, ay, ya no voy a tener, like, what do you say, grandchildren. Y no se va a casar y blah, blah.
She's all like llorona. Ay, mis hijos.
No, she was so dramatic. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, why did you do that? You look so dumb. And she was like, es que no, I didn't understand it back then. I'm like, oh, girl.
No. I'm not going to say I was wrong. I mean, I was stupid. I'm not going to lie. I was stupid. I can really say that. But my family, I could tell you the truth. They were very accepting, much more different. They did say, "Oh, what did the big Raul say?" Well, it was hard for the big Raul. It was hard. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. One, because he says his family name will cannot continue. I won't have, the last name won't continue on and everything. But because again, we're idiots. Oh, like you can't have children, like you can't have surrogates, because you can't have this, So
I'm like, spoiler, I might take the last name.
But it's so stupid because we didn't educate ourselves before making a decision. And unfortunately, like I said, unfortunately, I think we put him through some times that were not the best of his years. And I'm just blessed that he is the wonderful man that he is. Yeah. And he had the patience with us. I know I'm lucky. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I'm lucky that he still loves me and he accepts me. And, it's reversed now. That
he accepts you for being heterosexual.
Thank you. Thank you. And I have become the biggest bag hag there is.
And you have.
I have. But it was just, I think the initial of thinking people are not going to love him. Mm-hmm. People are not going to know him. Yeah. That I think that was my fear. Yeah. That was my biggest fear of not being the first. We were the first ones, and now I think, fuck yeah, we were the first ones. And now in our family,
you feel special.
I do feel fucking like, yeah, bro. We were like breaking walls.
There you go, building walls.
We were breaking walls, and I'm just blessed, and I feel like, one of my sisters told me that, I am so blessed that you came out, all of us as a family now, because we all came out as a family. Yeah. And my daughter loved Raul and always accepted Raul. Yeah. And we are a family that sticks together, and that's why I think it's so amazing now. Yeah.
How did the relationship change when he came out? Like, how did the family dynamic change? Like, honestly, because you were saying, like, it was hard to accept, and you guys went through certain things, but, like, what were the changes that happened? Like,
he became more distance. He became more distance with me. Mm-hmm. And it was it was hard to watch.
Oh,
it was hard. He wanted to become somebody else to please me. Okay. And that was very hard. And I was stupid to let myself believe that. Well, my husband was too. He was stupid to believe it. And we let him do it. Why? Because that's what we wanted.
Can I just say the moment that he told me that he did, that you were talking about that he did for you guys? Nothing bad. I was like, bro, really? Like, not even I would have believed that. The fact that he brought his friend, a girl, to the house and said, Mom, this is my girlfriend. Did you think that was real? Be honest.
Erick, unfortunately, we're so stupid, and we wanted to think that that I saw him come in and everything.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't true, but I still let it go on because I thought to myself, he's just confused. So you
lost one of your stripes today.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just joking.
It's okay. And it's okay. And it's okay for me to share this because that way, if I can get one person out there to listen to this ignorance that I felt I was, and avoid for some child to feel this way, that's okay. That's okay. You can look at me and criticize me all you want. It's okay.
But you are an amazing mother now. And I think like you're such an ally. And every time we like educate you on certain things, you're very open-minded and you're very willing to learn.
I do. I'm okay
when
I do. When you prep, I don't say nothing. I'm all like, you could take longer in the bathroom. It's okay.
You could run my water bill. It's okay.
It's okay. No.
When I leave my douche in the bathroom, you just look at it and you're like, okay, it's going to be a fun day.
It's okay. I'm like, it's okay. It's recyclable.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
Okay. What are some experiences that contributed to your growth and transformation as a parent? Damn, like Miss America here. I need a good answer. Just kidding.
What I can't say what has contributed.
What was the turning point for you?
That fucking movie.
Prayers for Bobby. If you have not watched it, you homophobic bitch, go watch it now.
It's only $3.99. I just downloaded that shit and bought it.
$4, bitch.
I will send it you. I'll send it to you, one of your parents, whoever want it.
We'll bootleg that shit to you.
No, the turning point is watch my son become depressed.
Yeah.
And not become change from this beautiful, happy boy that he was.
Yeah.
And to watch him become somebody that I didn't want him to be. My whole life, I had told him to be who he wanted to be. I had taught him to be whoever he wanted to be. And when he told me who he wanted to be, I didn't accept it.
Yeah.
And that was just ignorance, such ignorance. And when I saw how the motions that he went to, he was not happy. He was not a happy person. So my turning point was him.
Yeah.
Everything is for him. Like I said, when my kids were born, everything turned to them. And my whole goal was to make sure my children were happy.
Yeah.
And so I educated him to walk. I educated him to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
But he educated me to be how to be a parent.
Yeah.
And how to listen.
Also, too, I just want the viewers to also know, because I mean, I know this myself, too. You had also said that when you had gotten diagnosed with cancer, I feel like that also was a turning point for you.
It was.
You know.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Things were going a little rough in it where, it was hard between my husband and I, where I didn't think he and I were going to make it because I was further along in with my son.
Yeah.
And so I got sick, and my husband's like, this is God giving me a sign to say we are a family and we stay together, and who he is. And he is. You've seen him on other episode 4. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Now we've seen him on episode. He is a very hard Hispanic, born and raised, and he has come a long way. I'm so blessed for the man he has become.
Yeah.
And grown with us as a family. You have seen it.
Yeah, I was kind of scared of him in the beginning.
No, but even then, I had never. Raul had other relationships where I wasn't part of them, and maybe because I wasn't part of them, I couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
And you were honestly the first person that came around where I can say, I socialized with, and to see the look on his face, I didn't see that. Without trying to make you feel better, I didn't see him ever completed like that. But when I saw him with you, I saw him how happy he was and how complete he felt. And fuck that, I put you on my T-Mobile plan.
Oh my God, thank the Lord.
Wow.
A bitch is broke, okay?
I'm promoting fucking T-Mobile.
My credit is so bad right now. I need to be on your mobile app.
No, but I do remember seeing how much he was so happy with you, Eric.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen that smile in a long time. And I wanted to be part of that smile with him. Yeah. And so I wanted to be part of that journey. I wanted to be part of his life, part of your life, and to always continue.
You guys have been very supportive, and Big Raul, like you said, he has come a very long way. Like, we talk about.
He does come long.
Bro, close your ears. I'm just kidding. We are sex positive here.
No sex shaming here.
Exactly. So yeah, you guys have come a really, really long way, and that's the reason why I wanted to do this episode, is so other parents who are out there and watching this can give their kids a chance too, because there's so much stories about kids who commit suicide who don't feel welcome, and sometimes it's like the parent is accepted but they don't know how to speak to their kid, and sometimes it's too late, and that's the sad part about it. So hopefully we can educate some people.
I hope so. I really do hope so. If there's somebody out there that's having a hard time, send them this episode. I'm not trying to promote, but but yeah, send them that, or prayers for Bobby.
Prayers for Bobby.
But I don't feel it is embarrassing sometimes to think of everything. It's Raul.
It's a learning experience.
It is. Raul brought during this week, we talked about it a little bit. And there was things that I honestly had blocked out in my mind because I was so embarrassed, probably. Yeah. Some of the things that I felt I caused my son harm. So I just a lucky parent that I had somebody that was willing to stand by my side, and I just adore him.
Well, I just want to thank you for giving me an emotionally damaged man.
Yes, not emotionally. You could add words. You could add words. I have heard some of your dating stories. Shit.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke, you guys. Okay. Okay. So, how do you show your support for the LGBTQ plus community, either in public or at work? And if you have any work stories, please tell us, because I know a couple.
I've corrected my family.
Yeah.
Not on my sisters. Not on my side, but on my husband's side.
Oh, the shit!
I just gotta say.
Hopefully they're not listening.
But that's all right. But to educate them, a little bit.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I will, like I said, I'll stand up. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of money to contribute to it, but
no, it's okay.
But I will stand up, and if it's a voice, if I have to say it, like today, coming on this, I feel like as an ally to be able to share my story. It's not a pretty story. If you want to hear more, I guess send comments or something. It wasn't a good start, but I'm here now, and if whatever I can do, here I am.
So, how?
Para las mamás que hablan español, llámeme.
You work with a lot of parents.
She is bilingual.
Sí.
And I do. Even when I work with parents, I've had parents that come in and have families that they're not sure. They're not sure. They're not, what do I do? And I'm like, what are you going to do? They're your children.
Yeah.
And I share my story. I share myself. I don't make myself to be this beautiful person or this allied, wonderful person that I am now. I feel like I am now, but I wasn't I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I wasn't here. Thank God I'm here now.
It takes time, yeah. So last few questions. Do you have any advice for any parents who are struggling with accepting their kid?
I think that they should educate themselves and take a good look at their children. That child is the same child that you gave birth to, whether it be your husband, the dad or family member, grandmothers or whoever that child is the same child. Love them, take care of them. You are their support.
Yeah.
You're like you said, you taught them to walk, and this is what you taught them to be.
Exactly.
Who they want to, who got that. This is what God gave them.
Yeah.
Gave you.
Exactly.
And I'm blessed. I do. I go to sleep sometimes, and I say I am so blessed. I am blessed. I wouldn't change my life.
Yeah.
It was a rocky middle there, but I wouldn't change one thing in my life.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change one thing in little Rose gay head. Head, get it? Sorry, son.
Yeah, and for the Mexican parents, you are able to pass the last name, and there is an option called adopting children, okay? Gracias.
Start fucking saving for it, bitch.
Exactly. Please do.
No.
A surrogate, yeah.
Or you could be like me. I told Raul, get a fucking I would contribute with a bottle of tequila and put some blindfolds and just go in.
No, we're not doing that here.
And just go full in, son.
Oh my God!
I don't know if he remembers that. Do you remember? He's all like, "Hey, if I want to have a child later on in life, how would you be able to? You think you'd be able to help or contribute, maybe?" And
your advice.
And I'm like, "Son, I will buy you a bottle of tequila. Close your eyes and just do it."
That's horrible.
That is horrible.
But yes, do it.
But you know me, I'm always looking for a bargain.
Cheapo.
She broke.
Okay, so that's it for the episode. You did really great. I don't think I needed the cards because you got through the cards without me. I'm just kidding. No, it's
I'm
good.
sorry. Like I said, I did stress about it all week. I did think about it.
Yeah.
I did think about it. I'm not trying to make myself this beautiful person that it is.
We all make mistakes.
But like I said, in any case, the person that comes out shining.
Oh Lord,
I'm such a fucking horny bitch. Anyways, the person that comes out here shining, honestly, is my son. Yeah. I really do. I do think that it is a blessing.
Yeah.
To me that he educated me, and it's a beautiful story. I wish and I hope that anybody out there that is struggling. Actually, I didn't bring up. I actually went to the church. I went to the Catholic church, and I went to a gay. How
many bottoms were able to catch in the crowd?
I don't know. I didn't feel them. I wasn't examining that. Yeah, no, but I did go to a meeting. I remember somewhere in San Bernardino, and it was the gay families, and they were all men. They were all men, and how God accepts you. Yeah. You're everybody's interpreting the Bible in their area. I'm not going to say I'm the specialty. I'm not. I know I'm not. But I cannot think that God would give me a child and then tell me not to take care of it, not to love him, and accept him. And that's exactly what the priest told me. My job was to love him and be with him. And no matter what, the bigger sin is not loving your child. Exactly. And that was a turning point in my life. Yeah. It was. I remember I don't know if he remembers, I invited him. He didn't want to go. I invited my husband. He didn't want to go. And there I was by myself standing there trying to figure it out.
Wow. But, she is a blossomed bottom now.
I am. I tried it just for you guys, just so I could try to understand. That's how dedicated I am to you. I tried it, and props to you, because it is not my cup of tea.
Alrighty.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
So it's okay. So that is the it of the episode.
Right.
That is the it of the. I don't know if that's the correct name or a little bus, but thank you so much for coming on the episode and sharing your stories. I think I don't think we are going to try to attach some resources for anybody who's out there looking for like a meeting.
Yes.
And try to be a better parent. I'm just kidding. That sounds so fucked up.
No. Try to either, I'm not gonna say understand or try to get more information. And I'm not fucking around. No, yeah. If on your site there's somebody, you have a family member, you have somebody. I do speak Spanish. I would be more than willing to here's a resource. To reach out to me. It wasn't an easy journey, and like I said, se habla español. Se habla español. Se habla español. And I would be here for anybody. Yeah. For anybody around, and or I can be on Instagram now that I know what that is.
There you go. She's learning.
Yeah, yes, but thank you for having me on. I look forward to being on another episode where I can talk just shit. Not have to worry about this kind of shit.
No more serious shit. We're tired.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to leave us a review. Follow us on IG, TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. And please stop being a homophobe. Bye.